Hey guys, and welcome back to DQ Tarot and to your Taurus full moon daily reading. So we're going to pull some cards for the daily reading, daily energy for all, and then we're going to go through each of the signs and pull one card for each of you for this full moon, okay? I will put the timestamps in the description box below. If you haven't, do go check out your monthly reading for November. I want to use the Hobbit deck today, I think, for just a general read for the day, and then we'll go to the Usi Pagan Otherworlds deck for your one card pull for each sign, okay? If you guys haven't, do make sure to subscribe. Hit that wiggly bell in the corner and it'll notify you whenever I put up a monthly, a daily, any of my videos, okay? So let's see here. General energy for today, the 12th of November, 2019, the Taurus full moon. What can we expect today? Ooh, first card out is King of Swords. If I can pick him up. So first card out here is the King of Swords. Let's see what else comes out today. It just feels, yeah, ooh, Seven of Swords. Devil reversed. This Taurus full moon is clearing things out for a lot of change. I'm not going to say it's going to be totally easy, but it does feel like also kind of an island in the middle of all this Mercury retrograde, where we're able to communicate a little more clearly. Say how we really feel. And then we get a moon card. There it is. So let's talk about this and then get some clarifiers here. King of Swords, Seven of Swords. There is something between that I want to pull. The Seven of Swords is always kind of a sneaky energy, and it does feel like we're trying to figure out what the shadow in our life is here. This Taurus full moon is going to put a real spotlight on what has been, you know, holding us back from a simpler, more stable lifestyle, as Taurus is kind of known to want in their life. Is something more simple, very stable. They're known for being able to procure a lot of financial security, comfort, stability within their life. Not really known for radical change. So we're trying to figure out what stops us, or what, you know, in our life here isn't working in terms of all that. What is causing our life to be a little bit more chaotic and stressful than it needs to be? What is bringing about, you know, this oppressive energy in our life, and how can we drop it? What is bringing about the stress, extra worries, extra issues, and what has become a burden that we don't really need to carry anymore? Never surprised when a moon card shows up in a full or new moon reading. Let's see what's going on with this Seven of Swords, Devil reverse, Ten of Wands energy here. I want to see that. Anything else we need to know about that today? Strength. Let's see what else we get here. Temperance. Ten of Swords reverse. I like this, guys. Yeah, we're trying to get ourselves out of a really... The Ten of Swords has been around. We know it's been around. It's that negative cycle that I think a lot of us have been in, especially mentally, in terms of, you know, feeling confident, feeling good about where we're going, feeling good about where we are. And some of us might be so focused on, you know, where we're going to be in the future that we're not really supporting ourselves to a comfortable and strengthened place right now. We're not bringing things into alignment in the present, but hoping to align them in the future. And Strength and Temperance are here to say, you know, we have to be very present within all of this, even if it is uncomfortable, because we're learning lessons of self-mastery and how to bring about more alignment in our life. Alignment in terms of, are we living our truth? Are we happy? Are you truly fulfilled in whatever you're bringing into the world, whatever you're doing, how you're living really on a basic level? So what isn't working about how we're living right now, really? What is, you know, not in our best interest that we keep carrying along with us, not in our best interest to keep doing? I'm going to get one more, and then we're going to start pulling for each sign, starting with Aries and ending with Pisces. What's coming out right here is, though, the Star. This is a time, excuse me, let me get some coffee here. Pardon me, guys. The Star here, again, the clearing of the throat, it just feels like you're clearing out your throat chakra in a huge way also during this Taurus full moon. Taurus does rule the throat. We also have an interaction, I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, with Uranus and Taurus. And you can check out Gregory Scott Astrology or White Light Astrology, and they will probably explain all the interactions during the Taurus full moon a little bit better. But Uranus and Taurus has been knocking things around. You know, it's been kind of the bull in the china shop of what has been standing in our life for a really long time and that isn't working anymore. You know, huge rooted structures in our life that we need to clear out and redevelop and create something new, create a new foundation, literally. Excuse me, guys. But the Star is such a card of healing, of hope, of getting there, of realizing our true potential and knowing that there is a light at the end of this tunnel and that we're finally getting there. You know, the Ten of Swords is reversed here. Temperance and Strength are upright. This is a time of great healing through coming back into alignment, through facing the devil here and being willing to really look at these 10 wands and, you know, what has exhausted us? What is too much for us to keep trying at? What is too much for us to keep carrying along with us, especially in terms of how we're living and how we're going about jobs, daily routines, relationships. Ten of Swords reversed is kind of an emotionally and mentally, it is a huge release of a huge cycle of hurt, of pain, of whatever has been feeling like this Ten of Swords, whatever has brought this feeling about in your life, whatever types of losses, endings that we've had to go through here. And the Star brings about hope, healing, sustenance, and it's really, divine light, spirit, whatever you want to call it, kind of saying, I'm here and there is a light at the end of this tunnel. It's going to be okay. There's a really nice energy to all this, but let's actually skip the oracles today and go right into your one card pull for each sign, okay? Starting with Aries. We're going to be using the Usi Pagan Otherworlds deck. All right, Aries, let's see what comes up for you. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for your Taurus full moon. One card, please, for Aries. Can we please get one? It's like I'm surprised that one hasn't popped out for you yet, Aries. Oh. Eight of Swords, but I feel like we can talk about it upright and reversed. It's going to be bringing up where we felt really stuck and have not been able to see a way forward. I do think that we have the capacity around this Taurus full moon to turn that. And the Eight of Swords reversed is more about releasing ourselves from the illusion that we're stuck where we are, that we have no control over our circumstances, and that we can't do anything to get out of where we are. We're going to see things in a new and open vision today. And I do think that you're going to be able to see a better future for yourself and how to get there. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with my voice right now. I'm so sorry. Might have to pause it and chug some water or something. But Eight of Swords reverse is a really nice card in terms of being able to release ourselves. So if you do feel stuck, if you do feel that there is no way out, know that there is. That there is right now, and that you can find your way out if you are willing to look at things from a different perspective and willing to be more open and honestly about your own role in this, because we might feel like the whole world has us stuck this way, but really all we have to do is make a move here, take fate into our own hands and do something. So Aries, those are your messages for the Taurus full moon. Let's move on now to Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Do check out your November reading. Let's see what this Taurus full moon has in store for you. Oh, face down. I'm not going to take it. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we please get one card instead of half the deck? It's going to be a weird one, isn't it? Taurus full moon. What's coming up for you guys? Why isn't anything popping out? Oh! What are we going to get? What are we going to get? Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. This is the call to look at things from a different perspective here. Oh, what's going on with my hair? This is the call to look at things from a new perspective, to see things the way we haven't seen them, to accept the pause, to kind of surrender. Surrender is an energy that I think that you guys need to really get involved in and really delve into this month, is surrendering to what you need to feel and what you need to see right now. Instead of trying to fight it, trying to move on to the next level and trying to do this, trying to do that to make it better. And you keep saying, you know, like, I need this, but I need this, but I need this to happen if I'm going to get here and there and everywhere. Well, right now, the universe wants you to surrender, to stop trying to move forward, to start being present where you are and looking at things from a different perspective. What have you learned from this pause in your life? What have you learned in this moment? I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with my voice. But the Hanged Man here, reversed. I mean, he's not reversed. I always say that when I look at him because he looks like, well, because he's hanged up. It's hung up, hanged up, whatever you want to call it. I think it is actually just hanged, though. But he is he's not reversed. He's upright. I'm having a hard time Englishing this, aren't I? But Hangman is still a card of pause. It's I believe that Hangman is kind of ruled by, it's supposed to be ruled by Neptune, or be Neptunian in nature. And that's, you know, that's the planet that really rules Pisces, which asks you to look inward, to explore the depths, to be more involved in your imagination, your creativity. And again, look at things from different perspectives. So delve into that energy and surrender to this need to pause and look at something from a different perspective that, you know, you've been frustrated in and you keep trying to move forward in but can't seem to. There might be things that come out about it that you need to see or hear. All right, let's go on now to Gemini. I always want to switch up, get Gemini and Cancer for some reason. I don't know why. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What are your Taurus full moon messages? We're going to get one right away for you guys. Yes, we are. I'm so happy. The Emperor. Yeah, Aries and Taurus wouldn't come out there. But you guys get the Emperor first. Well, your only card, because I'm only pulling one card out here. But Mercury retrograde is hitting, man. The Emperor. The Emperor is a card of really strengthening in terms of our self-confidence, in terms of our own personal power and how we control our life. There's a sense of control that you want to take back here and that you will. The Emperor is realizing his own power and realizing his own station here. You might feel, I'm getting the sense that some of you guys might feel like you've been up against, you know, a boss or a situation that you feel very small against, like you don't have a lot of power there. But this Taurus full moon gives you the opportunity to really check in and look at, you know, the truth of who you are, what your power is, what you can really bring to the table, and how you might be able to stand up where you need to stand up this month, okay? For the rest of the month. Because again, I feel like the days around this Taurus full moon are going to be a little bit of a lighter Mercury retrograde, where you are going to have the chance to, again, speak your truth, be very confident and very, what is the word I'm looking for? Very present, very energetically present, and showing, you know, your own power, your own strength, your own confidence in a situation, taking the control back here, putting yourself in the driver's seat again, where you haven't felt like, you know, you've had a lot of control. So let's check now, going over to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For this full moon in Taurus. This is going to be a good month for you, I think, Cancer. Ooh, and as I say that, the star comes out. This is a great time of rest, rejuvenation, and also it feels like really wonderful wishes coming true. You know, just great things happening for you. Possibly, you know, really wonderful gifts, offers, things that are, again, it just feels like magical to you. Like, wow, I can't believe I'm getting here. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe, you know, I'm getting these opportunities. These things are coming into my life that I have only dreamed of. And I do feel, you know, the first half of the year was very difficult. It was quite a push for you. But I do think that from here on until your birthday season, it's going to be a lot smoother. You're going to see a real come up in terms of career, your own personal power, your really just wishes coming true, just getting to where you wanted to get to. This feels really great. So take the opportunity to kind of rest, rejuvenate, and just feel good about how far you've come and where you're going right now. This is beautiful. The star is such a nice energy. I mean, it just feels very rejuvenating, very like at peace. Like you can finally feel a little bit more at peace and really happy with where you're going. You feel secure, happy, good. There's just a lot of really good energy for you guys this Taurus full moon. So tap into that. Feel good about how far you've come. You guys have been through a lot to get to this point. Let's now go on to Leo. Leo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus for this full moon in Taurus. Oh, Six of Swords reversed. Interesting that it comes up like this. I'm going to be talking about, obviously, if they come out in reverse, I'm going to talk about them upright as well, just because I feel that we should. I don't know why for this full moon, but I just feel like we should. So Six of Swords reversed is an inability to move forward from where we have been. Maybe we're still stuck trying to make some certain thing, you know, trying to, it almost feels like, what is the term I'm looking for? Like you're beating a dead horse. And, you know, you've probably been told that, you know, going about it a certain, you know, however you're going about this is the wrong way. And that you need to change and that things need to shift and that what you're doing is probably destructive to you. And you kind of keep doing it. And when you get the Six of Swords reversed, you know, you don't have, you're unwilling to take, you know, to really learn the lessons here that you need to move on from whatever this is, to move on from the emotional capacity of this, to fully leave something in the past. You're still letting something from the past affect you in the present, and it's time to move on. It's time to release something, take the lessons you've learned, grow from it, instead of trying to, it feels like, you know, again, just like you're just coming up against a wall. It's like that picture of DW, and it's like, where she's looking at the thing that says like no DWs allowed, and she's like, or like no little sisters allowed, and she's like, I'm gonna ignore this because I can't read or something like that. It just feels like that, and you guys don't really have an excuse to ignore the obvious anymore, to stay where you are, to not move on mentally and emotionally from what has happened, from where you have been. It feels like a lot of past relationship situations. If you guys are unwilling to learn the lessons, you're gonna keep repeating those lessons. And that's what you need to realize here. So it's time to learn the lessons and move forward, to really look at what keeps happening. It feels like a pattern in terms of relationships or friendships. But again, it just feels like any type of relationship here, there are patterns here, and about the way we handle them, about the way they come in and they leave. And we keep, you know, going about this the same way, and it has not been working, and it's not going to work moving forward. So we have to change here. Learn the lessons, move forward. You can't sing the same old song. Woo, Leo, big messages. Let's go on now to Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What are your messages for this Taurus full moon, this full moon in Taurus for Virgos? Ooh, Seven of Cups reversed. I like this. You guys have felt a little bit confused, it feels like, for a while in terms of what to put your energy into, which path to take. Or it could even just be choices, and just whatever this choice is about. You've had a lot of confusion in terms of which way to go, how to go about something to get to where you want to get to, especially in terms of security or even in a relationship. I'm getting for relationships or career, we felt a lot of confusion, and we don't really know, you know, what is the answer here? What do I do? How do I go about this to get, you know, the relationship that I want, to get the job that I want, to get the stability that I'm looking for? What do I try? And it feels like there's a lot of filtering out here in terms of figuring out which of these cups is really the right one for you. You might figure this out around this Taurus full moon and be able to speak this truth, speak, you know, whatever this is that you want out into the universe. You're like deciding, you're figuring out what it is that I want, what it is that is going to drive me now moving forward. what has been kind of halting the confusion, what has been bringing about, you know, which cup is best. I don't know. You're finding the way forward here. There is a release of confusion and a way forward that you are finding. It's like you find the right door, you find the right cup, and you're like, oh, this feels so much better. So let's move on now to Libra. Libra sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Especially in terms of jobs I'm getting for Virgos. If you have been like doing a lot of side jobs, you're going to pick, it feels like one, because it hasn't been working to do all of them. You're going to pick like one or a few. Narrowing something down for sure. But let's now move on to Libras. Libra sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What are your messages for this full moon in Taurus, Libras? Ooh. Gonna get one. Ooh, Seven of Pentacles. We might not be, again, I do check out your November reading, because this makes me think about that, honestly. I think it should be up by this time. If not, it'll be up tomorrow. But the Seven of Pentacles here, for me, the Seven of Pentacles is feeling a little bit frustrated with the amount of work we put in, the amount of money that we're getting back, or, you know, maybe we're not happy with how we've been spending money. This has been a focus for you this month, is a little bit of unhappiness in the finances, in the pocketbook here. We're going to be feeling a little bit light in the wallet, and we're going to be wanting to grow this more. We're going to want to figure out how to get more control, how to see more growth here. This is going to be the focus, so you're going to have to really look at why we're feeling this way, what is, you know, draining the money, and what we can really do about it. So that's really what I'm getting for you guys. It's a pretty simple focus here in terms of how can I bring back some money, some funds, some stability? How can I see growth where I haven't? It could also be, you know, again, in terms of our physicality, our home, but I feel it more in terms of money and career for you guys, honestly. So let's now move on to I almost said Sagittarius. Scorpio, almost skipped right over Scorpio. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's coming up in this full moon for you? Ooh, I love it, Scorpio. Ace of Cups. I love this. Okay. Ace of Cups is a really, really beautiful energy to get. It's like the essence of joy and beauty, love, you know, all just happiness, joyousness in the matters of the heart. It feels like you're really reconnecting in the heart space, finding joy in all areas of your life, especially in relationships. The Ace of Cups signifies, you know, a lot of love coming in, reconnecting in the heart chakra. So if you are in a relationship, or if you are, you know, trying to date somebody, whatever, you might be really moving forward in terms of love on this Taurus full moon. It's a really wonderful time to take a chance, to open our heart, to tell somebody how we feel, to express our love, or find ways to really reconnect in terms of love. Or again, bring this love back into our life through just doing acts, doing things that we like to do. Having people in our life here that we like to have around that bring about this love and joy. It's just a really wonderful, rejuvenating, just cleansing, beautiful energy here. So you guys have really wonderful opportunities in love. For some of you, it could even be that somebody's offering love to you. So love, love, love. All right, Scorpios, those are your messages. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's coming up for you or happening during this Taurus full moon? Ooh, I like it, guys. Four of Wands. A lot of focus on, for some of you, a lot of focus on home and happiness in the home, just feeling really pleased with our home life and the people around it. We could be having little celebrations, and if we are, we're gonna feel very connected, very at peace with the people that we're with our home life, with our surroundings, in terms of, you know, our relationships and our physical surroundings. But the Four of Wands for me is also kind of our end goal in terms of, you know, our happily ever after. So some of you could be really setting new goals here in terms of, you know, what this Four of Wands is for you. What is your happy place? What is, you know, where are you trying to get to, and why? And what is it going to feel like when you get there? You're setting new goals, and you're figuring out, you know, this is how I'm going to get there. This is what I'm going to do. It's very important that you are doing this right now, and it's very important to chase this to you, to make these decisions, to find your way to this Four of Wands. It's very much in your focus. And it doesn't feel that far off. It feels like, wow, I feel like I can really make this happen. I can really get there. So it feels really good here. Some of you guys, you were just getting there during this Taurus full moon. You're really appreciating, wow, I can't believe I'm getting to the point where I've been trying to get to for so long. Can't believe I'm coming into alignment like this. Let's now move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is coming up for you? What will be happening with this full moon in Taurus? Capricorns, what's coming out? Ooh, World reversed. Some of you guys are closing out cycles, ending chapters here. Whenever the world is reversed, I'm sorry, I'm about to knock over this whole deck here. It feels like we're looking at our expectations versus reality. Sometimes I see the world reversed as having huge expectations, but also being unrealistic in how we're approaching it and how we're going to get there. It's a very cramped vision, if anything. It just feels very like we need to close something out. We need to let something go here in order to open ourselves up to a brand new chapter, because the world is everything that we could have when it's upright. And you could have this, but you have to close out a chapter. You have to let something go fully and completely. You have to be willing to emotionally stop holding on to something here. Emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever it is, like it's time to close something out and open yourself up to a better way of life, a better way of being, a new chapter. You're going to have to stop, giving into base desires and base needs. I'm getting for some of you like revenge. If you felt you've been wrong, you have to let that kind of stuff go. Otherwise you're going to be stuck in this cramped vision of how you can get to that world, how you can get the satisfaction, how you can get wherever it is you've been trying to get to that you feel like you haven't been able to, because the world is the attainment of all the things that you've been working for, the rewards of all that labor. It's change, it's a shift, it's a brand new cycle opening, and you're ready for that, but you have to be willing to close out what isn't working anymore, which is going to be very obvious in this full moon in Taurus, especially with its aspects to Uranus. It will come in and just knock it right out of your hands and say, you got to stop this. It's going to do it in a painful way, so don't make it do that. Don't make the universe do that, because when you don't do something, it will come in and do it for you, and I can promise you it'll be a lot less comfortable than if you just choose to do it yourself. So let's now move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What are your messages, or what is your energy during this full moon in Taurus? What will be happening, coming up for you? Weird. 10 of Cups, and I can't really tell if it's upright or reversed. So again, we're going to talk about it both ways. Let's see here. I don't know, I'm just trying to do my hair here. It's just bothering me. 10 of Cups reverse is how I saw it first. So some of you guys are focusing on a loss of love, a loss of what feels like a community. You feel very left out in the cold. Somebody has hurt you. There's been probably a lot of tears shed over whatever has happened recently. There's just been an emotional outpouring and a lack of feeling a lot of love. On the flip side, though, you need to open yourself up to more... What is the word I'm looking for? More fulfilling love, a more fulfilling love life, a more fulfilling community with you, relationships, just all of it. I just feel like some of you guys have been harping on this loss here, but what you need to realize is that it was never the 10 of Cups to begin with if it's like this now. And it's time to start opening yourself up to what will really be the 10 of Cups for you. And I'm not just saying, putting all that energy into one person, but putting that energy into yourself and what you deserve. And if somebody left you in that 10 of Cups reverse position, it's time to let that go and look into what you can have, to open yourself up again to love. Just because something hasn't worked out, and a lot of relationships don't work out, okay? And I'm not just talking about just relationships here, but some of you guys think that, love is the answer. Love from another person is the answer, but that's really not the answer here. The 10 of Cups is more than that. It's emotional fulfillment, and you need to find that within yourself here in order to get to where you're going. You might be missing somebody that was a great love. You might be really missing some aspects of a life that you used to have with somebody or with friends or whatever this might be. Because 10 of Cups reverse is a really hard feeling here to have, but 10 of Cups upright is opening yourself up to knowing that, you can have this again, but you also need to be present in your reality of now in terms of finding, I'm Englishing really bad, that you can have this 10 of Cups right where you are now, but you have to be open to it. Open your heart here. I'm sorry, Aquarius. I feel like I just can find an easier way to say this to you. How can I say this to you? You can attain the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for, but you're focusing on the loss of it and how it hasn't worked out, and that's not going to work out for you. We can harp and complain about how things haven't worked out and how it's been bad and how, you know, the world is against us and why me, poor me. But everybody goes through that at some point in life, and you can't assume that it's just happening on you for no reason, and that there's no thing to be learned here, and that there isn't love in your life still. Things might be difficult, hard times might happen, losses might happen, but it's how you deal with them and how you grow from them that you are able to get to where it is that you really want to go. And I think that you're also going to realize that what you've been aiming for might be less than what you now really want. So it might be time to shift your goals. Wow, big messages for Aquarius. Let's move on to Pisces now. These are just supposed to be one card pulls, and you just got all that. So Pisces. Pisces, what are your messages for this full moon in Taurus? What's going on for you, Pisces? Ooh, I really like it, the World. Some of you guys might be traveling, because the World is a card of travel, of expansiveness. And a lot of you also might be opening yourself up to a brand new amazing partner. Sometimes the World is, you know, a really wonderful new relationship coming in. But in general, it's just a brand new, wonderful chapter, attaining a level, you know, getting yourself to a point where you didn't think you were going to be able to get to, getting yourself, it feels like, on the cusp of great change, a new chapter really being opened up to you, new success, new happiness, new heights in terms of relationships, success, prosperity, joy. The World is a wonderful, wonderful card to have, especially upright. So be willing to close out anything that stops you from having this right now. You know, feel comfortable where you're standing. Feel good. Feel on the cusp of greatness, because that's really where you are. So whatever that is, you know, this is the time to open ourselves up to what we really want out of life. I think for you guys, again, it's really opening yourselves up to what you really want out of life, what you really want out of a career, what you really want in terms of fulfillment. What will fulfill you? It's right there, and you can have it. There it is. Could even be just wonderful new opportunities, things coming in just to you guys. This is beautiful. All right, Pisces. There's a lot of messages behind the World. I'm just like, I don't really feel like there's anything else I need to say about it, but this is just beautiful. It's wonderful, expansive, rewarding, recognitional energy here. Like where we feel like, wow, I can't believe I got to this point. I can't believe I'm now ready to go on to the next level. You're going to feel ready for the next step now. Ready to... whatever that might be in terms of a relationship, in terms of work, in terms of just life. Like maybe some of you guys are attaining degrees. Maybe. Because, I mean, she's holding this and it kind of makes me feel like a degree. A new level of success. Our dream job. Our dream relationship. It's just beautiful. Wow. Okay. So those are your messages, Pisces. Those are everybody's messages now. We've gone through them all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Do check out all of your different little placements there, especially your moon sign. I will have them time-stamped below. If you want to book a private reading, all that information, as per usual, is right below this video in the description box. Have a wonderful and blessed full moon in Taurus, guys. I'm wishing you guys all nothing but the best. Thank you so much. And if you haven't, do make sure to subscribe, all right? Namaste.